How you doing, YouTube? Silver Joker here. Heading down to Franklin Street Coin to pick up my second 100-ounce bar. You guys remember the first 100-ounce bar I got on a straight bullion for bullion trade I got from Main Street Coin. Clay, the owner there, we worked out a deal where I got that 100-ounce bar for actually right around spot price, maybe a little bit less than spot price if you do the math just right. So this is kind of a similar deal. You guys remember my last video, I took down a commemorative set, U.S. presidential commemorative set, 44 ounces of 0.999 fine silver. So he was looking for a buyer for that. I see if we can get the most premium I could get out of that since I paid so much for premium for it. But anyway, I just want to trade it off, get a 100-ounce bar, get as close to straight trade as I can. So he called me, said he's got it down there for me, so I'm going down here to pick it up. I'm taking some silver with me here. Now, by the time you guys see this video, I'll know what this bar looks like. But right now, as I'm driving here, I don't know what that bar looks like. So if you guys are interested to see what it looks like and see what kind of deal I made on that, stick around, pull up a chair, get comfortable, and I'll talk you through exactly how I got this bar and what the trade was and if I'm going to be doing it again. So if you're interested, stick around. All right, YouTube. Okay, before Phil brings out this massive 100-ounce bar here, let me go ahead and show you guys how this broke down as far as the trade went. So let me show you the commemorative set. So this is the U.S. presidential silver commemoratives. There's 44 of those in there. It's 0.999 fine silver. Very nice set. I paid a premium for it, trying to move it out of my stack because I know I'll never get the premiums back for it. So anyway, I'm trading it for this 100-ounce bar. So this is how it broke down. Now what you just saw in there, I brought a little extra silver just in case I needed it, but I didn't. So this is what he accepted, the stuff that he's handling there. This is what he accepted for the 100-ounce bar on top of the 44 ounces. So there's $4 face in the quarters, 4 5-ounce rounds here, and then there's 25 silver dollars, 90% silver dollars. Okay, so the 44 ounces and the 20 ounces of 5 ounces right there is that's 60 ounces, 64 ounces, and then 25 silver dollars is going to come out to roughly 19.33 ounces, and then the 4 silver dollars is going to come out to roughly 2.86 ounces. So altogether, that's 86.19 ounces I gave him for this massive 100-ounce bar right here. Look at that baby there. That is 100 ounces of 0.999 fine silver. It's a vintage silver bar, Canadian Royal Mint. This thing right here carries a premium by itself because it's vintage, and it's just an awesome, massive bar. Of course, you know, Phil, he checks and rechecks and double checks everything before he puts it out for the customers. So this bar is 100% legit. 100-ounce silver bar. So I gave him 86 troy ounces for that 100-ounce bar. Now, you can't beat a deal like that anywhere. I'll take that deal all day. So I want to get one more of these bars one more of these 100-ounce bars before my 100-ounce bar addiction is satisfied. But anyway, I'll share with you guys some of the other things we talked about while I was down there. Bill, you was talking about Ohio's going to go ahead and do the tax thing. When are they going to start that?
October 1st in 2019, they reinstated the tax on basically all coins. I mean, they had exemption on bullion. Yeah. Other collectible coins outside of the bullion market were still held to the tax base, but now everything, including bullion, is going to be taxed in Ohio starting October 1st.
And how does that going to? I mean, how's that going to affect just the average guy that comes in to either buy or sell the silver, or bullion for that matter?
Well, selling it doesn't really matter in terms of the state tax. It's a purchasing tax. So right now, the state of Ohio has a 7% tax rate on most counties. So it's going to increase bullion purchases by about 7%. So typically in the past, I've known a few dealers that, you know, they take a little bit of a hit on pricing their bullion and trying to maintain, you know, the customer bases, but look for taxing to become more prevalent also online. I think we're going to find that states that impose taxes will also require outside agencies that are shipping into the state to also charge tax to those residents. So be on the lookout for that too. It's not always that you can just go online and avoid sales tax anymore. It's starting to creep into a lot of purchases. You'll see it on Amazon a lot. Not that you're buying coins on Amazon, but
Right.
other purchases on Amazon and those types of things. You're going to start seeing sales tax starting to creep in there. And a lot of the coin auction houses have now required charging taxes to states where there is a bullion or some type of coin tax. They do charge an additional tax to compensate for that. So that's, to me, going to hurt the auction houses quite a bit, because they already have, most of them already have a 20% buyer's premium on top of your final price. They have an additional 20%, and then on top of that, if you're charging now a 7%, they only pay their consigners on the last bid, but then the 20 and then the 7 is on top of all that. So just beware of, I've had a lot of auction houses contact me to make sure that, I had all my paperwork in, so I didn't get charged tax because I have a resale tax exempt license, but I'm here charge tax then to compensate for that. So unless you've got a tax exempt certificate, be aware that a lot of things that you weren't paying tax on before might be taxed or start to be taxed. So
Yeah, but the average guy's not going to have a tax exempt.
not unless they're in the business of reselling.
Right.
Yeah. So
It's just something more we got to be aware of now when we're factoring in our.
Well, that's
our
one
silver.
thing.
I mean,
When you ask a dealer what, say you call up and say, what are you selling your silver for today, and maybe the dealer says, well, say it's $17, and the next question would be, does that include tax or not? Because some will quote with the tax because they don't want you to walk in and then all of a sudden you spend $100 and all of a sudden they charge you $107. It's like, well, what's the $7 for? Well, it's tax. Well, and some dealers will quote you a price including the tax, so you're not surprised when you walk in and purchase 10 or 20 ounces of silver or gold or whatever. So that would probably be my best advice, is if you call and request a quote for maybe what a dealer is selling for today, ask, does that include tax or not? Or is there going to be an additional tax on top of that? So
absolutely, after October 1st, definitely.
yes, after October 1st, you want to make sure to do that, because it doesn't amount to a whole lot. On a $1,500 gold piece, it's close to $100.
Right.
So it does start to add
Yes.
up at a certain point. On a $17 piece of silver, you're talking almost 80 cents. So it's quite a bit of it's a difference if you're pricing or shopping around to try to get the best price.
Right.
So it's something that, again, you should be aware of before you walk in and be surprised on site. You want to at least cover yourself in terms of knowing that information.
And that is absolutely not going to be affected by. I mean, in a technical way, it'll be affected by spot price, but that sales tax, you're not going to be able. That's never going to come back to you. So you can say spot price, I can deal with that because spot price goes up and down, but the sales tax, you can't factor that into selling it. You can't charge. Me personally coming in to maybe sell my silver, I can't charge.
No, we don't charge.
Right.
We buy basically on the fact that we're buying from you directly, and then we're charging the tax on the other end. It's
Exactly.
from us to the buyer, not to the seller. So only the buyers really get stuck with paying that 7%. But at the same time, it's something that you should be aware of. So maybe your selling point, instead of $17 now becomes $17.50 or $17.75, because you have to compensate for if you're trying to make back the tax.
All right, so there you have it, YouTube. This massive 100-ounce silver bar here, beautiful Royal Canadian Mint 100-ounce bar. It's got some wear and tear, but it's a vintage bar. Who knows the life this bar has seen over the years. But anyway, I got this 100-ounce bar for 86.19 ounces. I'll take that deal every day. Now, I know that a lot of that is because of the premium that I got for the 44 ounces of that presidential set, but that was my plan. I wanted to get 100 ounces using that presidential set for less than 101 ounces out of my stack. And I accomplished that. So, I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, look, that set is probably worth more than the 100-ounce bar here and so on and so forth. But my plan was to get this 100-ounce bar here for less than 100 ounces out of my stack, and I accomplished that. So that's a goal met as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so this is the other bar. You guys remember when I picked up my first bar. Now I want one more 100-ounce bar, and I want to make a trade for that. I want to trade some more of this real high premium. Now I probably got 200 or 300 ounces of just this high premium stuff that I just went crazy when I first started stacking, and I just bought it up, all these really high premium, really shiny packaged silver that I bought over the years when I first started stacking, that I really need to move out of my stack, because it's just the premiums that I paid for those are just, I am not going to realize them unless silver goes to $100 an ounce. I'll probably never see those premiums again. So I'm just trying to trade them off. If I can do a straight bullion for bullion trade, I think I can make up the difference that way. So this is the other silver that I bought while I was down there. This is 10 ounces of these Prospector rounds. I'm not sure who makes these, but I looked at them when I was down there, and they just look, I like that burnished look these silver rounds have. Just real neat looking, a lot of nice detail in these rounds. So I picked up 10 of those rounds, and these are just your generic rounds, and that's what I'm trying to do, buy more of this kind of stuff, the 3/9s and the 90% silver to put in my stack. And we talked about the taxes, so you guys know that is absolutely a fact. That is coming. October 1st, we'll be paying a 7% tax on any of the silver that we buy. So if you just just adjust your budget, we'll be able to compensate for that. I mean, taxes don't scare us, right? I mean, we pay our taxes, but they know we're not going to stop stacking silver, so that's why they don't have any problem taxing it. 7% taxes, I mean, like Phil said, I mean, it can add up. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it can add up if you're really watching your spot price and how much you spend for silver. But anyway, it's gonna happen. There's nothing we can do about it. We just compensate for it. So anyway, if you like what you see, if you like the content of my videos, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll try to keep it fresh and moving. I'll try to keep the information coming. I got some other good videos coming up. One I'm working on right now, and I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching my videos and showing me love and giving me great comments and all that kind of stuff, great motivation. So I appreciate that. So let's keep stacking. Peace.